We got that table a long time ago, and the table's awesome. And these are the chairs that go with it. And when at the time I was like, this table's fucking solid. Yeah. I was like, the table's super nice. It's extraordinarily strong. And then these were the chairs that came with it. And when we were putting them together, I was like, the fuck is this? Like, these chairs are pieces of shit. Although that was a little while ago, but still, they've always been.
We have a pretty. It's not as big as your guys's, but
yeah,
it's a crate and barrel table, and it's super nice. But crate's super expensive. So when we got the house a number of years ago, I basically was like, let's just buy the table, and then we can get the chairs later. And Ashley was like, okay, that's fair. So we bought some like shitty chairs off of Amazon, and they work fine.
Yeah.
And I let her pick them out. So like they kind of match the aesthetic. I don't know, according to her. They
sure.
do.
The feng shui.
Sure. Yeah. But when we went to do the mattress, I told you like we just got 2 new mattresses basically, which is exact same mattress, by the way. Like after doing the whole thing, it's the exact same fucking thing. Anyways, they still sell the table we have and the chairs for 4 chairs. It's like $2,500.
Damn.
And
wait, the table and chairs?
No, just the chairs for 4. I think it's like maybe it's 6 chairs. Sorry,
but
there's
still
2 and then 2 on the end. Yeah. And I'm like, no way. She was like, sit in these chairs, and I was like, yeah, we got the chairs we have off Amazon for like I don't know, maybe
$92.
Yeah, exactly. And they work fine. I sit on them and eat things, and they're fine. And she's like, what? You think we need these? And I was like, no, I do not.
Shit's
do not.
Shit's too expensive, man.
She was like, aren't they so comfortable? And I was just like working my body into them, and I was just like, honestly, I'm not trying to be an asshole, and like I'd rather just spend money on video games, and like, that's a problem.
At all,
but and like electronics, so that's what I want to do. But like, no.
Also, how much? Well, how often are you sitting in these chairs?
I mean, we have dinner together.
Most
of the time.
Okay. Yeah, we don't. So that's the problem. We have the dining table. We don't actually use it.
Yeah.
We use the kitchen table, which is just a piece of,
it's just a little circular table.
Yeah, and he built the damn top of the thing, and then we just have like cheap chairs. So
that is good.
Yeah, it's so fucking good. It's the beer we have is a coconut guava from TF. They make it all the time. It's not beer, like, whatever, but it's delicious. It's not beer.
It's like on the sour spectrum, which I really like sour candy and like sour things. I'm a big fan of lemon. I do not like sours.
I don't like sours, but TF sours are usually pretty good.
Yeah.
But theirs usually are not just straight up sour piece. But no, the tables are tough. Like we're not going to do anything for a long time because you're in the kid phase. Everything's going to get fucked. Everything's going to get wrecked. And in 15 years, I'll go and redecorate shit like that.
Fucking furniture's expensive, man.
Everything. But yes.
Prior to
it's all
tariffs,
it's all kind of just shocking how much everything costs. Unless it's like it's either and the problem, and it's great that this exists. Like the IKEAs exist, and they allow people and enormous amount of people to get the shit they need. Like you need to get furniture, you need to get stuff filled out. You need
a lot of it's really good too.
You don't need anything crazy.
The Swedish know what they're doing.
Yeah, they apparently you can go get the shit you need, and it's good. It's just if you're then wanting to get like the next level of nicer stuff, it gets real crazy real quick. It's like it's a fucking problem.
Yeah, for sure. I had an IKEA like desk, not a gaming specific desk, and
terrible for posture.
It was all right for the beginning. You know, it was actually a Mid's recommendation. That's what he had. And I really like the storage components because it was essentially just like a board with a fucking pole in the middle of it, but then it sat on 2 really robust drawers. So you had like tons of storage space, which was
Sure.
really nice. I feel like my setup now is great. So I bought a Crate and Barrel desk, and I'll never get rid of it. It's fucking incredible.
Yeah.
Very expensive desk, super solid.
But it's gonna last.
Oh yeah, it's
Yeah.
solid wood.
Yeah.
It's fucking heavy as shit. And I haven't really treated it. I'm just like going with like the natural patina,
Mm.
and it's actually like worked pretty well. I mean, I dusted and tried to, but I don't like
You have a feather
treat it.
duster. Jared's feather duster.
I have the
He's-
Swiffer.
he's-
I have the fucking Swiffer like a fucking
Yeah.
normal person. What is this, Clue? I don't have a fucking
know.
feather. Do you have a feather duster?
Probably. But I have a lot of things in this house I don't know about.
Yeah.
I'd be like, hey, do we have this? She's like, yeah, dumbass. It's over here.
I have really
Like,
bad allergies, and I remember my grandma had a feather duster, and she'd like keep it in the closet, and she
Yeah.
would sometimes make me dust things. And every single time I'd
It
like
would
get it
just,
out, it
get
would
you.
just immediately like my
It's-
face would swell up, and I'd sneeze a bunch.
All those fight sticks. You gotta.
Yeah,
It's,
no. Well, but I do have a Swiffer that the Swiffer. I'm a big
Mm.
fan of the Swiffer. The Swiffer is probably not environmentally safe or
Mm.
good, but goddamn, it picks up fucking dust like a champ. But anyways, so I bought that. I bought that desk and played games on it for a really long time. I had decent storage, like a center, drawer, and then 3 drawers on the side. It's a beautiful desk. It's fucking awesome, and I probably could sell it for a lot of money. Just because I don't think they make it anymore, and it's just really pretty. But I got sick of the depth for playing games, right?
Not enough.
It's not enough depth.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so like I did a lot of research, and I found I use a Secret Lab chair, and they make a desk. It's a standing desk. So, it's got the gas or hydraulic legs, so you can raise it up and down, which is
Yeah.
pretty standard. The thing that really sold it for me is it's all metal, but then you put like a leather mat that's magnetic on the top of it,
Mm.
which is really nice, and it's easy to clean. But the big selling point is it's got like a giant on the back of it's got a giant cable tray, right?
Oh, yeah.
So all of my power strips and things like that,
all the mess has a home.
sits down in there,
Yeah.
and it's got this big lid that you just slowly like turn over. It's like very dangerous if you like slam it. You, like on the box, it's like don't get your fingers
This
stuck in here.
Cybertruck level
Yeah,
finger chopping
yeah.
off of a-
But it's fantastic, dude. Like it's cleaned up my desk so much, and it is like a game changer. They also sell proprietary monitor arms, and for ultra wides it can be kind of dicey, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you can't just I mean I have a really large ultra wide that just came into this room, and it's on a normal stand, and it's because I just don't know what to do with it. I have wall mounted arms for when I built this thing, and I just I don't think they're gonna cut it.
The arms that I run on my desk is rated for that thing.
Yeah, so I think I would have to swap those out, and I just don't know. I'm not out here enough anymore to probably change anything.
Yeah.
And maybe in another few years that will change, and then I'll redo this whole room and change things up. But it's kind of tough. I need to change. God, I get such anxiety with this shit. So I want to get a desk that lifts for my work. That push a button,
sit stand desk.
yeah, push a button, go up. But it's got to be kind of a bigger than a normal desk. It's gonna be a pretty decent sized desk, so it's a whole deal, and it's kind of expensive. So I'm looking into it, and we're moving into our final building, which we're going to start digging this spring. So
you're gonna be in my neighborhood, kind of.
yeah, I mean, I'm already in your neighborhood because I'm right by the building. I'm in Sandy, but when we finish the building, I got
you just doxed me, man. I'm totally joking.
I doxed myself in the name of this podcast. Anyway, I just have anxiety. I have a hard time making decisions, and the desk I buy has to move to the next office, but that office doesn't exist. And I have a hard time making decisions when I can't be in the space and like draw it all, like literally there, and so I'm just like, fuck, I don't know what to do. So I haven't bought anything. So it's pretty funny. At my work, everyone has this nice cubicle, and I'm just on like this 3-foot desk because I haven't purchased the fucking future desk. And they're like, why is the president of the vice president of the company, on like a lifetime fucking? It's like I have anxiety. Leave me alone. Like,
yeah.
same reason I don't have a new liquor cabinet, because I've just like I know what I want. It doesn't exist, and I just don't know how to find it.
I figured that shit out on my end. You've seen my setup. It's pretty good.
Yeah, yours is awesome. I know what I want. I can't find it, and
You don't have the room for something like I have.
No, like I have the room for something very specific, and then I'm like I get Google, and it's just like Wayfair. It's like that's what I'm looking for is not what Wayfair is trying to sell me. It's just like I want to get a cabinet that I'm gonna have forever, and I just haven't found it. So I just it's just a goddamn nightmare. I've got booze coming out my ears. It's all over any like windowsill I can find. There's just like bottles of booze on, because like my cabinet in my house is completely full.
You just have the top shelf whiskey sitting on the windowsill in your daughter's room.
Basically, it's just like a big fucking problem. I don't know what to do with it. Like,
yeah,
it's not the worst problem to have.
But. Yeah, it's nice to feel like you've completed something,
sure.
and been like, this is it, right? Like this is. I feel like with me and my budget, like I will never run out of room with my whiskey collection, because that's kind of the beauty. So I've got like, I think I posted in the Discord, but I've got 3 shelves essentially that kind of look like one shelf, but they're 3 different pieces, but they kind of like, they don't like lock into one another, but they're designed to look like one seamless piece.
It's a big wall, 12 feet, something like that.
Sure.
I mean, it's a pretty big wall, but so when you have that sort of real estate for your collection, you've got a lot of options, because you're not even double stacking over there.
If I've got like 2 of the same bottle, I do.
Sure.
Which, like, I think that's a good thing. Like, if you find something that you really like and you see it,
sure,
and it's not outrageously priced, you buy it. You know what I mean? So I've got like a lot of doubles and things like that. But yeah, it's really nice. But the kicker is, so it's like quite a few shelves. I don't know, probably 7 or 8 shelves total of booze storage.
I was gonna say 9.
Maybe 9.
I was gonna guess 9, like 3 across, 3 up. But is it not the same in the middle?
It is 3. It's not same in the middle, because in the middle is a giant storage container that pulls down that I have all of my glassware in. And then additionally, when you pull it down, it creates like a bar top where you can mix drinks and stuff like that. So it's really neat. It's like one of the coolest things. It was very expensive, but it was also like, I think, a no-brainer when we first bought our house. So it's fun to do shit like that. My thing more than anything else is like, I look at you. I'm very jealous of you, Nick.
What?
You're just a handy motherfucker, and I don't have it. I don't have it. Like, we are polar opposite. It's weird. Yes. Like, the great equalizer is that we both play a shitload of video games and have like a real good passion for it, and we're also degenerate alcoholics.
Fair.
But like, there's a lot of like, it's weird. It's like a weird thing, because like you have like skills that I do not have.
Well, I've done things that I mean, I'm here, but I have a business that I'm like an owner of, and I don't do a lot with my hands these days, but that was not always the case.
Yeah.
And from starting 2001 for about 15, maybe a little under 15 years, I was out in the mess and using my hands, working on job sites. So I learned how to do a lot, and it's very handy. It opens up a lot of abilities to be like, well, I can build this, like all this shit, like I did all this, like these trims, and we can talk about it, but like, you came to my house, there's a structure in my yard that's being built for my daughter. I'm building her a playhouse, and it's not a small thing. It's if I'm gonna build it, it's not gonna be some dumb lame ass playhouse, right? It's gonna be fucking cool.
Yeah.
So I've got this structure going up in my yard that's quite high. You probably had to walk around the slide. The slide's enormous.
It's a big ass slide.
It's, again, if you're gonna do it, fucking do it.
Yeah, no, right? I opened the gate and I was like, oh boy. It's like wrapped in plastic,
Uh,
just laying on the side of your walkway.
I got a lot of stress because I don't have to finish the whole thing, but her birthday is in May.
Yeah.
And there needs to be a big platform, there needs to be a building, and there needs to be a slide. If the building isn't 100% done, I don't care.
Yeah.
There needs to be a building that kids can run in, go down the slide. There's a fire pole I have to fabricate out the back to be fucking cool.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna be able to like go up the stairs, go down the slide, run into the house, jump out, swing around a fire pole, slide to the ground.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be cool, but it's just like, and it's gonna be. This is the hard part about being able to do stuff with your hands is I can build it, and it's going to be rock solid. It's going to be incredible. Where you can buy something for far less money than what I'm going to have to spend on it, but it's just shitty stuff, and like it's fine. Like a lot of like, not everyone wants to spend a ton of money on this shit or to build it. It's like DIY doesn't actually save you money. What DIY does is that I end up with an incredible product that's going to last a very long time. Everything I'm doing, like I board footings, I've got these posts, I've got beams that I've made myself, clamped them on with like Simpson ties. Like it's going to last forever.
Yeah.
It's not going to last a few years. It's a full-on fucking house I'm building my daughter that she can smoke pot in when she's in high school. Like I
don't steal my joke,
like
Nick.
it's like whatever you want to do. Like
he's taking credit for a joke that I made while we were playing Monster.
Clearly, there's going to be some trouble. Right?
Yeah.
Or I'm going to live there. I don't know.
You're in the doghouse, but you're
right.
yeah. No, it's super impressive, and like I'm saying this like very complimentary. You know, I didn't have a dad, Nick, so I didn't have the man to teach me all this stuff. So when I interact with you, sometimes I'm like, what? Like you're speaking in a language that I don't fully understand or grasp, right? So it's definitely like an admirable thing.
Well, it's like all the time that you don't see me, I'm over there figuring out how to build shit, and so there's just like a lot of skills that suddenly it's like, oh, I guess I do know how to do a lot of shit.
Yeah, you do know how to do a lot of shit. Like you, and like you're we're just talking about you building this playhouse in the backyard, but like you've done so much shit on your house and things, and like I'll talk to you and you're just like, you'll send me pictures of you like covered in like, I don't know, fucking insulation or some shit. Yeah, and you're so just like,
when I announce I have cancer in another year, we'll all know why.
I'm just like, what the fuck is this guy doing over there? And he's like, I just tore up my entire deck and replaced it all. And I'm like, cool, that's cool, man. I'm gonna call someone to get something fixed.
I'm a little bit of an anomaly because I work with a lot of people that like politically, if you can believe it, I don't have a lot in common with. Mm-hmm. Like, but then you get these things, and it's like, well, this is extraordinarily handy to be able to do some of this shit, like remodeling my daughter's rooms and stuff, and it's actually been a really nice experience because she's so fucking into it. Yeah. So every day this week after work, I've been working on it. I'm pretty much exhausted, but she'll come out and she's got to hit some nails in and seal some wood and then just like generally just fuck around and cause problems. But she'll like help a few times. We'll get some good pictures. And then I'm just like, all right, what I'm doing right now, it's extremely dangerous. Don't come around it. She's like, got it. And then I'm like working on it, and then she's like underneath it immediately. And I'm just like, what the fuck are you doing? Why are you underneath the thing I said was extremely dangerous? She said, well, you're working on it. And it's just like, yeah, but I'm like a trained professional. Yeah. You're not trained in anything.
My frontal lobe is fully developed.
You only learned how to ride a bike a week ago. You have no skills. Like, but you can't be around. Get out of here. And then she's like all sad. I'm just like, I'm trying to save your life. Like that's it. Mm-hmm. It's a big fucking problem.
No, I mean, when you told me that you were doing this like tandemly with your daughter, I think that, not to get all sappy, but that's big stuff, man.
Hopefully she remembers it.
She won't remember any of it. She's 4.
Fuck.
You don't I like formative memories. Like, I guess like my first. I feel
like on the podcast, you're frequently like, I remember playing a game at 3.
Yeah,
and
3.
Then I had to learn how to write. So
read. Yes, 3. Yeah, you're right. But that, like, I don't remember my day to day. You know what I mean? So I don't
Well,
know.
that's disappointing. We should put the whole thing on hold for a couple of years.
Yeah.
It's the reason we'll take her to Disneyland. It's just like
She's not gonna remember any
it's
of
not
it.
worth it.
Well, I don't know. I'm of two opinions about that. Yes, she's probably not gonna remember any of it. But still, you get to experience it. You get to watch
That's
her
the bad part.
experience
Well,
it.
I mean, yeah, it's just like
And then you can be like, yeah, I took you there.
I'm just not sure we're Disneyland people.
Disneyland sucks.
The line, I don't know that I can deal with the lines and shit, man. Like it's a lot. And like now it's not even like going to the park and everyone's like fending for themselves. Now it's like going to the park and you have your app and you're paying to upgrade because they're micromanaging.
Yeah, it's like the fast pass bullshit.
They microtransaction Disneyland.
Yeah.
So like my sisters told me, it's just like, yeah, you do this and this and this, and then you can get like to the front of the line and you pay like $20. And I was just like, this sounds terrible.
Yeah.
Like this sounds like the worst thing ever. And I'm sure that when we do it, we'll have a good time and figure out how to do it. But it'll probably waste a ton of money on all those microtransactions they're gonna do because I'm just not the person that's going to be like, I'm going to wait 3 hours for Splash Mountain, but 3 hours for racist Splash Mountain or $20 now for Splash Mountain.
They got rid of the Song of the South stuff.
Okay.
And now it's like, I don't know. There's some sort of like Disney movie they made that's like set in the bayou in like Louisiana. They changed it to.
Okay.
So it's no longer Song of the South themed.
Well, that's a win.
So it's not racist anymore.
It's a win.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just like, if I'm going to do it, I don't want to waste time staying. Like, you only have so many days. So I understand why they've done what they've done. Where you just say, yeah, I don't want to wait for 2 hours in line. And I just can't imagine either my wife or my daughter waiting in line. I can wait in line. I'm fine with that shit, but they're going to lose their shit. They don't have the ability to do that.
You should like throw her into the deep end and just take her to Cedar Point in Sandusky, Ohio, which is like it's like widely regarded as like the probably the mecca for roller coasters, like extreme roller coasters.
Does she even ride any of them? I mean, she's tall, but she's not that tall.
No, she cannot.
Great. So I'm just gonna ride them. It's just gonna be like, Dad looks like he's having a great time.
You're probably gonna have a lot more fun though. You know what I mean? If you don't get motion sickness and aren't afraid of gnarly ass roller coasters.
I'm like on the edge. Like
of motion sickness?
Yeah, like Lagoon.
Oh yeah.
So like Colossus is fine. Roller coaster is fine. The Screamer. What's the Screamer?
The Screamer is that one that like it's on like a circular axis and it spins around and then the cages like
okay. So the Screamer, I would be about to puke and then it would finish. It was a close call, and then they would have like the little thing that just did circles up and down, and that thing fucked me up. And it would just like throw you into your friend. You're on like a bench.
Yeah,
like that. I think.
I know what you're talking about.
I think all amusement parks have the ride. It's like you're on a bench. It does a bunch of circles, and everyone laughs because you're getting pushed into your neighbor.
It changes like altitude. Like it'll go low, it'll go high, it'll go low, it'll go high.
That thing fucks me up. I've never actually thrown up on any park, but I've definitely felt like I've been close.
I don't get motion sickness, which is surprising because like my family does. Like my mom gets like horribly motion sick. But I don't have problem like on the ocean, like on a boat, which is the same thing like people call seasick. I mean, it's motion sickness.
Have you been on a sketchy boat though?
I've been on some
Have
pretty
you been on a smaller boat
boats.
in big waves?
Yes.
That's what is.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like you can be great on the water and then you can get on a boat on the sea that the pitch that it goes down the waves and back up is extraordinarily jarring. And then that can be like, oh, I thought I was good, but this is.
I don't know if I've ever been on like gnarly ass sea waves in a smaller boat, but I've definitely been at Bear Lake when like the weather at Bear Lake in Utah, like Idaho border, it changes on a dime. And I've been in like a very small boat where a storm like hit very quickly and it was like up and fucking down and like waves were crashing over my parents.
I'm fine with all that shit.
It was not good.
I've been on the ocean stuff that is
gnarly.
It's just way longer than you realize.
Sure.
Like you were going down for a lot longer, and then you're going up for a lot longer than what you would see on the local reservoir.
I guess I haven't experienced
And that I've only done it like once or twice where I've been like, well, this is a fucking problem.
What the fuck? What were you doing, old man in the sea, on a little boat? This kind of fucking gnarly ass waves, Nick. I need to know.
I don't know. We've gone to all over. I mean, we'll
be specific, man.
Different places in like Bahamas or Mexico or the why can't I?
The Caribbean?
No, St. Paul. The
St. Paul, Minnesota.
No, there's
that's a lake, Nick.
There's 2 islands, and one of them is U.S. side, and one of them is U.K. side. What is the fucking name of
the U.S.
The U.K. It's gonna drive me crazy.
Is it in the Caribbean?
Yeah. Literally, you have to go through customs on one island, and you don't on the others islands, and it's gonna drive me insane.
I'm failing geography test right
sorry.
now. No,
the British island. No,
you said Saint something though.
I thought it was St. John. Literally like the sand dollar bar is there. Or the soggy dollar bar.
That's what you're Googling right now, aren't
British
you?
Virgin Islands.
Okay.
So there's the Virgin Islands, and then there's the British Virgin Islands, and over there we've been on some boats that it's just like, I mean, we weren't going to be lost at sea. I'm just saying, like, the waves are larger than you might be accustomed to.
Sure. My ocean faring experience has always been on like larger like ferries and things like that, where you're not really feeling that. You know what I mean?
And I haven't done a lot of it. I've just been on a few where I'm like, oh, I can see how people would have a big fucking problem with this, because
I have just never. I watched a woman puke in one of the puke bags on a plane the last time I was on a plane last week.
Oh no.
She raffed good.
Was she loud?
No.
Make a whole scene of it?
Well, I had my AirPods in, so I don't know. She might have been.
I probably would have pulled them out just to.
No, she was like 3 rows ahead of me, but she was in the aisle, and she was just like gripping, like you could tell, like death gripping the back of the person's seat. And she, like, her head was bobbing, and I was like, she's sick. And it was like pretty choppy air. It was like not like gnarly, holy fuck, you're bouncing out of your seat turbulence, but it was like choppy, you know? And yeah, she pushed the button, and the
what button?
The call the
someone to come down and witness the puking.
No, like she just pressed the flight attendant button, and the flight attendant came down, and the flight attendant was also, because it was like choppy, it was like holding onto seats and stuff like that. And then she like said, I mean, I don't know what she said. Probably, I'm about to fucking puke all over everyone. Yeah. And the flight attendant got like the bag out, which is not hard. It's always like in the little little cubby in front of your seat. But this woman didn't know that, and she just ripped that bitch open. And the flight attendant immediately like saw her rip it open and then ran back up to the front of the plane. Like she didn't stick around. She just got out. She was like, oh, it's happening, and then just fucking bolted back to the front of the plane. And that chick just went for it and ralphed. And
damn, I've never witnessed that.
She was on the aisle, and the person in the middle seat and the person on the window, they both leaned over to the right to get away from her. I don't think there was any splash. I think she like handled it. But then I'm like, are we going to smell this? Thankfully, I didn't smell it, but like, surely you're smelling it.
That's an interesting choice, though, because she chose to push the button instead of just go to the bathroom. Like, why wouldn't you just...
Well, it was a regional flight, like a very short flight. It was a flight.
Seatbelt sign was on? I don't think that applies to you if you're puking.
Oh, well, here's the thing. So I take a flight from Denver to Colorado Springs and then back. And then I take a flight from Denver to Salt Lake City regularly, right? I used to drive, but now I fly from Denver to Colorado Springs. And it's like notoriously choppy air because Colorado's interesting. Weird. Where like here in Utah, you would think it would be similar. Not at all similar, right? You've got like you're getting into like these plainy areas that are like Kansas. You're getting into middle America and Colorado.
They've got a stream that's hitting them way different.
Exactly. And here we don't get those gnarly violent winds. They get gnarly violent winds because it's like we got mountains, they're far away, but then there's also just like these plains. Like you can get tornadoes and shit in Denver, at least. I don't know about the springs. The mountains are closer to like the city, similar to where we live. But no, it's like notoriously choppy. That flight's it's 20 minutes, and you also don't get to like 32,000 feet or something like that. They're flying at like 13,000 feet, right? So
because it's too short.
It's too short. It's 20 minutes.
She puked on that flight.
She puked on that flight because it gets like there's been a few where it's smooth. I've done it a lot now. I do that flight a lot. I'm doing it in a couple of days, and I do that flight a lot, and it's usually choppy as fuck. Really rough air. I don't know what it is. It you know, DIA is like the busiest airport in the United States, so that's got to contribute to it. There's a lot of air traffic in that area, and the way that I understand turbulence is it's just like when you're on a lake and there's a lot of wakes. You know what I mean?
Sure.
It's the way it's explained to me. I'm probably an idiot, and that's not the way it works at all.
It's probably give or take.
That's what it's been explained to me. Is it's like it's very similar, right? Like if you've got like a big airliner or a plane flying through, that air is going to be displaced, and then you hit it, and it causes turbulence, and also the weather affects it as well. But yeah, it was choppy, and she routhed. So at least we didn't have to sit around with her fucking stewing in her own puke for like 2 hours. It was like 20 minutes, but
I've never gotten sick. I've never even felt sick on a plane. That's not I've been in pretty bad turbulence. I've gone from like Pennsylvania to Muncie, which is like a 45-minute little jumper, and it was a very small plane. Like we're talking like 18 people, like small, and it was rough, but it didn't bother me.
I think that it's rougher at lower altitude too. I'm not sure of that, but like I think the lower the altitude, like the more weather effects you're kind of dealing with. Like when you're up super high in the sky, like commercial airline height, it's not as gnarly unless you're running into like that chop from other jets and things like that. Correct me if I'm wrong about turbulence, but
I mean, we're probably wrong. There's probably some turbulence expert that's like, these guys don't know what they're talking about.
I don't know what I'm talking about. About the vast majority of things that we talk about on this podcast, I have no idea what I'm fucking talking about.
Perfect.